Alex Eala gets honest about gap to Coco Gauff after heavy Dubai Championships loss. Alex Eala was candid about the gap between herself and Coco Gauff after her lopsided defeat to the American star at the 2026 Dubai Championships. The 20-year-old Filipina lost the first 10 games in her 0-6, 2-6 loss to Gauff in the quarterfinals at the WTA 1000 event in Dubai. It was Eala's first encounter with Gauff, a two-time Grand Slam champion and the current world number 4. Eala overcame Hailey Baptiste, Jasmine Paolini and Sorana Cîrstea during her impressive run in Dubai. In the previous 2 weeks, Eala exited the WTA 1000 in Doha in the first round after she reached the quarterfinals at the WTA 500 in Abu Dhabi. In a post on her Instagram account after losing to Gauff, Eala reflected on her series of tournaments in the Middle East. 3 weeks of fighting with love and pride has come to an end here in Dubai, the world number 47 wrote. The competition, the atmosphere, the hospitality, and the full-blown support has made these weeks ones I'll never forget. Thank you. Tour News. Alex Eala's Dubai Championships prize money and ranking points revealed. Coco Gauff sends classy message to Alex Eala's fans after Dubai showdown. Want more from Tennis 365? Add us as a preferred source on Google to your favorites list for tennis coverage you can trust. Eala went on to share a quote from Sabrina Santamaria, an American WTA player who has a Filipina mother. Sap Santamaria once said, "It's a privilege to play in front of people who see themselves in you." I couldn't agree more. What a privilege it is to do what you love with love, Eala continued. In a post-match interview, Eala spoke about the gap to the top players and remained positive about her week in Dubai. Obviously, I think the gap between us was pretty prominent, the Filipina said. That's not to say that I'm so far out of reach from these players. I think this match was... I mean, the score says a lot, but I think I'm not so disappointed. I keep my head up. I feel good about the whole week and how I've been doing. So, the biggest takeaway for me, honestly, is that I'm on the right path. Eala is set to climb 15 places to a new career-high ranking of world number 32 when the WTA rankings update next week. Read next. Watch, Elena Rybakina's dispute with coach Stefano Vukov before retiring at Dubai Championships. Bridging the gap, Alex Eala's candid reflection after Dubai. On the glittering courts of the Aviation Club Tennis Center in Dubai, under bright stadium lights and before a swelling crowd, one of women's tennis' most compelling stories took a dramatic turn. Alex Eala, the 20-year-old Filipino sensation whose rise through the WTA rankings has captured headlines and hearts worldwide, found herself facing one of the highest walls in the sport, a quarterfinal showdown against Coco Gauff, one of the game's brightest stars. The result on the scoreboard was decisive. Gauff prevailed 6-0, 6-2 in less than 70 minutes, and it validated what many observers already suspected about the trajectory of both players. There's still work to be done before Eala can truly compete with the very best. But it wasn't the scoreline that struck a chord with tennis fans. It was how Eala responded afterward, with honesty, humility, and unvarnished self-reflection. A moment of truth on the big stage. For many athletes, a heavy defeat on a big stage can be embarrassing or discouraging. But in Dubai, Eala chose vulnerability over vanity. In her post-match press conference, she didn't deflect, make excuses, or shield her fans from the truth. Instead, she admitted, plainly and thoughtfully, that there's still definitely a gap between her game and Gauff's elite level. That three-word phrase, the gap, has since become a touchstone for discussions about athletic development, resilience, and mindset. It doesn't carry defeatist resignation, nor does it signal a crisis of confidence. Rather, it represents an honest diagnosis, the starting point for real growth. Eala elaborated with candor. "Yeah, I definitely could have performed better," she acknowledged. "But all things aside, at the end of the day, I think there's still definitely a gap in terms of level between me and Coco and other players of her caliber." It was a statement that spoke not just to her performance that night, but to the broader journey she's on, a journey of continual improvement, elevated expectations, and the often uncomfortable realization that talent alone isn't enough at the top levels of professional sport. More than just the scoreline. Dubai was more than another tournament for Eala, it was a milestone. By reaching the quarterfinals of a WTA 1000 event, she logged another breakthrough performance on the Elite Tour, joining a growing list of moments where she's broken through barriers many didn't expect her to overcome so soon in her career. Along the way, she had dispatched formidable opponents, players with higher rankings, deeper experience, and reputations older than her own years. Those wins, over names like Jasmine Paolini and Sorana Cîrstea, weren't flukes. They were proof that Eala belongs in these conversations, that she has the skill, temperament, and ambition to grow into a perennial contender. Yet when the curtain fell and the spotlight shifted, it highlighted just how far the climb remains. Gauff, already a proven Grand Slam champion at a young age, was clinical in her execution. Her power, precision, and consistency on that night exposed areas where Eala's still developing. And rather than shy away from that recognition, Eala embraced it as a milestone in its own right. The anatomy of the gap. So what exactly did this gap refer to? It was more than just a difference in score. It was a convergence of experience, tactical depth, mental fortitude, and performance under pressure, all elements that separate rising stars from consistent elite contenders. Here are a few key areas where that difference was visible. 1. Execution under pressure. In the first set, Gauff's dominance was immediate. She won the first 10 games, a rare and emphatic statement in professional tennis, largely by dictating play, minimizing errors, and converting opportunities with ruthless efficiency. Eala, by contrast, struggled to find her rhythm. 2. Serve and rally consistency. A strong serve isn't just about pace, it's about structure, placement, and creating opportunities. Facing a returner like Gauff, any vulnerability on serve is amplified. Eala's serve, while powerful, had moments of inconsistency that prevented her from seizing early initiative. 3. Tactical maturity. To beat top-tier players consistently, you need a plan and the adaptability to implement it. Gauff's use of angles, depth, variation, and court position showed the kind of strategic refinement that comes with experience at the very top levels. Eala's tactical understanding is promising, but it's still in a phase of refinement. Reflections beyond the court. What made Eala's reaction so compelling to fans and experts alike wasn't just the assessment of her game, it was the tone of her evaluation. She didn't frame the loss as a setback, nor did she place the blame on the opponent, the moment, or the conditions. She framed it as a learning opportunity. "My job is now to try and close that gap," she said with focus. "I think I'm doing that quite well, so I'll keep working on it and hopefully next time will be a bit tighter." There's an optimism in that outlook, not the naive kind, but the kind rooted in ambition and accountability.